Look up at the night sky. To the naked eye, it looks peaceful. But right now, there are more than 170 million pieces of space junk flying above us at thousands of miles per hour. Nuts, bolts, dead satellites, even broken rocket parts, all circling Earth like a giant minefield. And here's the terrifying truth. One single screw, moving at orbital speed, could destroy a billion-dollar spacecraft in an instant. So how did we end up filling the heavens with trash? The story begins in 1957, when Sputnik became the first artificial satellite. Since then, we've launched over 6,000 rockets and more than 16,000 satellites. Every launch leaves behind discarded boosters, shattered panels, and fragments from explosions. Collisions between satellites create thousands more fragments, each one multiplying the problem. This runaway chain reaction has a name: the Kessler Syndrome. If it continues, it could trap us on Earth forever, making space travel impossible. Imagine it. A single crash between two satellites, like what happened between Iridium and Cosmos in 2009, creates a cloud of debris so huge it can stay in orbit for centuries. Each fragment becomes a bullet, colliding with others, creating even more bullets. It's the universe's version of smashing glass into infinite shards, and it never stops spreading. The International Space Station has already had to move itself multiple times to dodge incoming junk. Even a tiny paint fleck once cracked the window of a NASA shuttle. Now think about this. Astronauts are in constant danger, not from aliens, but from humanity's own garbage. But here's where it gets fascinating. Different orbits create different problems. In low Earth orbit, around 500 to 1,000 kilometers high, junk can fall back and burn up after years. But in higher orbits, like geostationary, satellites just stay there forever, graveyards of dead technology circling us endlessly. Some are still active, some are corpses, but all of them are flying too fast to touch. And here's the second hook you need to hear. Cleaning space junk isn't just a science project, it's a war against time. Because if we don't fix it, there may come a day when launching new satellites becomes impossible. No GPS, no global internet, no weather forecasts, no communication. Civilization could literally rewind a century, not because of nature, but because of our carelessness. So, how do we clean it up? Scientists are experimenting with wild solutions. One plan: giant nets that capture debris like fishing in space. Another: harpoons that stab and drag dead satellites down to burn in the atmosphere. There are designs for lasers on Earth, firing gentle pulses to slow junk so gravity pulls it down. Even sticky gel and magnetic tethers are being tested. In 2021, a Japanese company launched a mission with a metal tether that generates drag using Earth's magnetic field, slowing satellites until they fall back. Europe is working on the Clear Space One project, which will literally send a robot to grab old satellites and hurl them into fiery death spirals. These aren't just science fiction, they're real tests happening right now. But solving this problem isn't just about technology, it's about responsibility. Countries and companies have treated orbit like a landfill with no rules. Satellites are launched, used, then abandoned. Space law is still young, and cleaning costs billions. Who pays? The one who made the mess? Or everyone, because we all need the sky? Here's the cruel part. Every new mega-constellation, like Starlink with tens of thousands of satellites, adds to the risk. The very tools that give us internet in remote villages may also clog the heavens so badly that future generations can't leave Earth. Now, pause for a second and think about this on a deeper level. Space junk is more than just trash, it's a mirror of human behavior. We've polluted oceans, forests, and air, and now we've managed to pollute the stars themselves. It's proof that humanity's problems don't vanish just because we look up instead of down. We carry our habits everywhere. But there's hope. Cleaning up space is no longer optional. It's urgent. International agreements are being written, private companies are racing for solutions, and space agencies are treating junk like an enemy. The truth is, this is one of the rare challenges where failure affects every single human alive. Space is not a luxury. It's the nervous system of modern life. So what does all of this mean for us? It means that the sky we look at is no longer empty. It's crowded, fragile, and at risk. It means that the freedom to explore the universe depends on what we do right now. And it means that the most dangerous enemy we face out there might just be ourselves. Peace out.